Well, hello everyone. Good evening. It's the night here for me. I'm Catherine. I'm a health coach who specializes in energy, so helping you generate sustained, focused energy, mental clarity, and achieve inner peace so you have the courage to speak your truth. So this topic of energy is really, really dear to me because I was somebody with so much energy. In fact, I was burning the candles by both hands, right? And when I became sick with Lyme's disease last year, all of a sudden I was so deficient in energy. It was insane. I had to go to bed after 5 minutes of stationary bike. I couldn't focus. I couldn't think. I was very anxious and stressed out and spinning my wheels, very, very tired and exhausted. And so when you lose something that is dear to you, when you can't do the things that you love, it sucks. It really does. And that's why I became so conscious of how important energy is in our life, right? Because without energy, we're not motivated to do anything. We can't get anything done or completed, or everything seems like a mountain. Our mood couldn't be down. Self-esteem is down the drain. It just doesn't feel good when we don't have energy and we're dragging our feet, right? So that's why the topic of energy is so dear to my heart. And so in my coaching practice, I help my clients know how to generate energy, invest it strategically so they have a bigger return on investment, so more energy return than what they had to invest initially, and they learn how to plug the energy leaks, because it's one thing to generate it, but if it's leaking out the door, there's no point, right? So we have to plug the energy leaks. So in this equation, thinking about generating energy, I love to work with my clients on the concept of finding out your big logs. So the big logs are, like the logs that you would put in your fireplace that gives out like this equal, even, sustained warmth that is so cozy and makes you feel secure and just all wrapped up in this warmth, as opposed to this kindling wood that just catches fire and then it dies, and catches fire and it dies. So if you are able to view your blood sugar, the same thing as your fireplace, what we want is to stabilize your blood sugar. So we want to find those big logs that are keeping your blood sugar stable throughout the day so that you can spend between 4 and 6 hours between meals, right? So you don't have to eat and graze all day every 2 hours. I had to do that before. I was eating every hour or 2 hour. I was always afraid of being so hungry until I found out my big logs, and I'm like, wow, what a relief. I can spend 4 to 6 hours without eating. Success! So finding out your big logs. I was really surprised when I introduced fats in my diet last year. So when I became sick, I didn't know it was Lyme's disease, but intuitively I went from a vegetarian diet to a completely paleo diet because I felt that sugar, or even just complex carbs like rice, pasta, bread, potatoes, stuff like quinoa even, stuff like that was making me feel worse. So I took all of that out. But when you take something out, you have to replace it with something else, right? So I brought in a lot of good fats, avocados, olive oil, chia seeds, flax seeds, fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, omega-3 supplements, lots of really, really good fat nuts, lots of nuts and seeds. And I found out that, oh my gosh, when I eat this way, I've got so much energy and mental clarity. So I finished reading like a synopsis of Dr. Mark Hyman's book, Eat Fat, Get Thin. And it's a very interesting concept, right? So we're still suffering from the vestige of the 70s when fat was the big culprit, right? So we took everything out of all the fats out of food and we replaced it with sugar. And now we're stuck with epidemics of obesity, diabetes, cancer, high cholesterol, I mean, you name it, right? So in his book, there's been numerous studies showing that we actually need a lot of fat in our diet. We need those for building blocks. Why does fat gives you mental clarity? That is super interesting. So the breakdown of fat, when your body learns to burn fat as a fuel as opposed to sugar, the breakdown of fat is called ketone bodies. You might have heard it from the ketogenic diet or stuff like that. But all that to say that ketone bodies are the favorite fuel for the brain. The brain is made out of fat. Each neuron is wrapped up by a sheet of myelin. And you can think about it like an electric wire with a plastic coating around it. So this plastic coating makes the influx, so the current, be much more efficient, much less energy loss, right, when the current goes through. Same thing with our neurons that are wrapped up in this myelin. So myelin is made out of fat. So when we eat those ketone bodies and we bring those nice omega-3s, fatty acids, that's like a really gastronomic meal for our myelin. And we want that, and that's why it gives us so much mental clarity. So yeah, good fats. Increasing the good fats in your diet while reducing the sugars, you'll be surprised how much energy, mental clarity, and inner peace this brings you. I'm actually interested in knowing if you try it out and just see for yourself, right? Find out your big logs. Eat certain things and notice the amount of energy that you have afterwards, how you feel, your mood, your mental clarity, your ability to make decisions quickly, right? Because when we have energy, we go all day, and then we have energy left at the end of the day for our passions and our projects. That feels good, right? And we have mental clarity. We make good decisions so that we don't have to deal with the stress of bad decisions in our life. That feels good, right? And having a lot of energy and mental clarity allows us to realize our dreams, work towards our projects, live an optimal life, and fulfill our purpose, that for which we were called to come here, right? Because life is much more than just working and paying the bills, you know? So anyhow, I'll be curious to know if you try it out, what's the effect on your energy. Also, I want to invite you to, I'm currently doing a 4 weeks Lyme's disease educational and coaching series, giving all my information, everything that I've gathered over the last year about Lyme's disease. So from the diagnosis to the changes in the diet, the environment, rest, movement, detoxification, relationships, emotional healing, all of that I had to learn for myself. I actually built a program for this, a 4 weeks program. It's a group program. And I'm just giving it all to you guys so that you can save time, money, and health. Because I've spent a lot of money. In retrospect, there's a lot of things that I could have saved money on. But hey, you know, back then I didn't know what I did not know. So this training is really what I would have liked to have when I became sick with Lyme's disease. So currently I'm doing it in French, and I am slowly translating my materials in English. So I will start a group program. It's going to be October 3rd, the first group meeting. So it's going to be the 3rd, the October 10th, 17th, and 24th. We're going to meet at 1 p.m. EST, Eastern Time, online. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. Like right now I have clients from France and Switzerland and Quebec that are participating in my program, and we're having a blast, right? People are just saying how much information it gives them, how much light at the end of the tunnel that they're seeing. It's a big breath of oxygen. It's a lot of hope. Finally, they have answers to their questions they've had for so many years. So it's really, really a valuable training. and I'm giving all the shortcuts that I wish I had when I became sick with Lyme's disease. So if that speaks to you, I would love to connect. Just shoot me a private message on Messenger or an email. I pulled my email in the comments below. Tell me what's going on with you. Maybe if you're suspecting that you're suffering from Lyme, or if you're on it, you're tired of being tired and stressed out and overwhelmed. You don't know why. If you are, let's say, starting a treatment for Lyme and you might be confused because there's just so much stuff. There is so much stuff. Or if you're in the process of treatment and you want to put all the odds on your side to heal well, this training will be of great benefit to you. So reach out to me, and I'm looking forward to connecting. Sending you lots of love and light and healing vibes for those of you who are affected with Lyme's disease. And I will talk to you soon. See ya.